Hello and welcome to a new series that I'm going to be starting called 10-Minute Teardowns. So I love doing website teardowns. I actually offer it as a premium service, much more in-depth and thorough. But because I tend to ramble on in these videos, I wanted to set myself a 10-minute timer, see where we can get on a website. And so right now I've got a timer on my phone that I'm going to set for 10 minutes and we're going to dive right in. So the example that I have for you today is roast my MVP landing page. So this is cosmopad.org. So we'll see how interesting this is. We're going to go to the website, Cosmopad. So this says, your personal astronomer learned to observe the night sky using brain and curiosity. Let's just read through and try and get a basic idea first. Star Games community. Okay. Okay, so this is clearly a, learn astronomy sort of thing. Like, you're going to learn astronomy. There's going to be a community of people. You're going to get courses and modules and things like that. So when I land on this page, I am very confused because your personal astronomer learned to observe the night sky using brain and curiosity. I think that your personal astronomer, I like witty kind of things like this, but at the same time, they're not helpful in understanding exactly what you're doing. So I would say, learn astronomy and learn astronomy, whatever the top value proposition is. So you have community, but then there's also a learning component. So if the community is the value proposition, then you'd want to lead with community. If learning is the value proposition, then you want to say do X in X amount of time is just a simple way to think about a value proposition. So you could say learn astronomy in 5 minutes per day. Cool. And then learn to observe the night sky using brain and curiosity. So I'm going to go here and, we're just coming up on the top of our head here, but I'm going to say learn to join a community of stargazers and learn how and start learning astronomy today. So learn astronomy in 5 minutes per day, join a community of stargazers and start learning astronomy today. This isn't great, obviously, but the whole idea is that you want to focus on what value people are getting. So learn astronomy in 5 minutes per day, join a community of stargazers and start learning astronomy today. It's a little bit repetitive, but that's fine. I think it's still better if we actually just go here and we duplicate this. We'll see learn astronomy in 5 minutes per day or your personal astronomer. I think it's pretty clear what gives you a better idea of what to do. If I scroll down here, now I have, these are basically what you're getting. So I think that because this is the bulk of the app, I don't think you're giving them enough space. So I would honestly maybe make them, I know the product's not built yet. So, but what you would like to have in the future with an actual built product is where it says interactive animations, you would want to have maybe that here, and you'd want to have maybe an example, show people, because for me, with any sort of software or any sort of community, I want to see what I'm getting into. Indie Hackers does a great job of this. When you land on Indie Hackers, whether you have an account or not, you land on the forum. And so Indie Hackers is a forum, essentially. Maybe it's more than that, some people, but it's a forum and a community. You see, and you can actually browse questions before signing up. So for Cosmopad, what does that community look like? Is it a forum? Is it a Slack group, etc.? And maybe have a picture of it and the conversations going on. It's hard to do right now because you don't actually have it, but that's just an idea. For right now, what I would say is a quick fix is to just say, here's what you get. So I would add a header here. So honestly, I would go into here. This isn't going to be easy to do, but I would add a header. So I would take this, not ready to get started, and I would put it up here, and I would say, here's what you get with Cosmopad. And then that way people know. Because when I scroll down, I just start seeing this stuff. I'm not really sure what you're saying here, but this is everything that people get. So make it clear, here's what you get. Just, you have to be very specific with people, or people won't understand. Now, the second sign up form, I think we just remove it. Nobody by the time they get to here is going to be any more convinced than before they got to here. You know, like maybe they will be like, here's what you get. If you actually explain that, they will be, but I would be kind of skeptical of that. So I would give them some time to actually consume more content. Because if they're not signing up right away, you want to give them a little bit more time to really get an understanding of what you do. Running up on we just passed 5 minutes here, so we're doing pretty good on time. Let's just scroll through: explore, wonder, discover. How much would you pay for the universe? Neil deGrasse Tyson. So what I would do, okay, so this sign up is good. It's at the end of the page. This contact us, I would delete because it takes away. You want to have one primary action on your page. Do you want people to sign up to get updates, or do you want them to contact you? You need to make that decision, because if you have two options, you're optimizing for two separate goals, and you can't do that. Like an e-commerce store, if they land on your homepage, the most important thing you want them to do is to start shopping. You want them to start browsing your products. If they're on a product page, you want them to add the product to your cart. You don't want them to sign up for your newsletter or add the product to their cart. So I'm going to delete this. And when I scroll back up now, okay, this text here, I would be more explicit. And I like this quote. It's cool, but I would literally just say pricing, you know, like it could be that simple, and delete this. But what I would do probably if I undid that, it's not going to let me do this very easily. All right, this is going to take too long, so I don't want to mess that up. But I would just say pricing. And then I would add maybe the quote down here in smaller text, because it's cool little motif, you know, like a quote from Neil deGrasse Tyson. I would just put it underneath in smaller text, so it's not taking up as much space. Now, the other thing is these boxes. That's what we haven't covered yet. I think that you want to be more specific. So explore, like I get like explore, wonder, discover. I think you want to be more specific. Maybe these you could make, let's just say, I keep doing this and I know it's going to take up time, but if I copy and then paste it, in this class, yeah, I'm taking up more time than I want to right now. But if I said discover, and then on this one, let's just say I said, you know, like you see this often where like text transform uppercase, discover, maybe it's, you know, color blue. I'd even sample this. There you go. I'm getting carried away now, but accept that. And it says discover, and then what we'd want to do is be more specific with this one and say look into the night sky. I don't know. You want to be like more specific with the benefit of like, or learn to see the movement of the stars. Weird capitalization and everything, but so like discover. So you can keep that little motif, like these little category titles. I think that they help. It's almost like it adds a little context for like what meaning you're trying to convey. And if this was a little bit bigger, I'm going to stop doing that because I'm just obsessive, and I'll do it for the rest of this video, which is 1 more minute. But you can see how this, like discover, learn to see the movement of stars, is a lot clearer than just wonder. I like the illustrations. They're cool. Actively learn astrology through scientific method. I would be more specific. Like what benefit, what's the primary benefit is discover. So how are people going to discover? Don't just tell me, you know, spark your intuition, no need to remember numbers and formulas. Like actually tell me what this means, you know, like actively learn astronomy through scientific method through our automated text message lessons, whatever it is. Like, give me some real foundational stuff, and then these will be a lot clearer and you'll explain your benefits a lot more. So yeah, we're running out of time here. We got 10 seconds left. So if you have any questions, let's see, I lost the post here, but that is 10 minutes. So I don't want that alarm to go off because that's really loud. But now, okay, so that was the end of the 10-minute teardown. 10-minute teardown. Okay, that kind of rolls off the tongue a little bit. That's why I'm going with 10 minutes. It's not a lot of time, but it's helpful and it's pretty quick. So I may do more of these. If you want me to kind of tear down your site, give you some feedback on a landing page, I'd be happy to do that. Yeah, so that's the end of 10-minute teardown. If you like it, hit subscribe. I'll be doing more videos, and look out for the next progress video on building an agency. And let me know what's up on Twitter @ShaneRostad. See ya.